Okay, so for example number 1 out of the textbook, it says that Josh and Maggie buy MP3 files from different music services, and the monthly cost is Y dollars for X number of songs is a linear function. The cost of Josh's service is Y equals 0.5. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see this a little better. Well, they don't give us that option. So it's 0.5 times X plus 10. The cost of Maggie's service is below. So in 1, we have an equation. So this is we're gonna compare two functions, right? Bless you. Stop, you guys. So we have Josh's cost. So Josh's cost is written in an equation, which is Y equals 0.50 times X plus 10. Okay? And then Maggie's, we have information. And that's from the table. So this is Maggie's thing. Now we can use this information to write an equation. So let's do that. It says write an equation to represent the monthly cost of Maggie's service. Well, choose any 2 points on the graph. So it looks like they chose the first point, which is 5, 4.9, and the second point, which is 10, 9.9, and plug it in. So they're saying y sub 2. Well, y sub 2 is the second y, isn't it? So I'm going to put in here 9.90. And then they automatically plugged in y sub 1, which is 4.9. And then they said x sub 2, which is 10. And then what do you think we plug in? 5, which is x sub 1, right? So x sub 1 is 5. And now we've got to do the math on this. So let's get out our handy-dandy calculators. And I can say, of course, that's the wrong one. I'm going to plug this in my calculator in a second, but I'm pulling up my little notes here so I can, that way if I make a mistake, I'll catch it. All right, there we go. So then I'm going to plug in 9.90 minus 4.95, and that gives me 4.95. And then 10 minus 5 is just 5. So I'm going to write in here 4.95 divided by 5. Now I can put that in the calculator and find out what that is. So if I take the numerator 4.95 and divide that by the denominator, I'm going to get 99 cents. So what does this 99 cents represent? Does anybody know? Well, what is the M? What are some of the names for M that I've said before? The slope. What are some other names for M? Huh? What are some other names for slope or M? What are some things that we've called that in the past? Constant rate of change. That's what I'm looking for. So this is the rate of change. So if you want to know what that the 99 cents represents, also, this is also delta Y over delta X. So you could say that it's 99 cents. What's the Y represent? 99 cents is the cost. That's the Y value, right? What's the X value represent? Per song. So it's 99 cents per song. So her rate, M, is 99 cents per song. So for Maggie, her slope is going to be 99 cents. Remember, all of these are going to fit into the formula y equals mx plus b. All right. Well, what else do we need to find that equation? Well, we have m. M is equal to 99 cents. What's the other thing we need to find? The y-intercept. We know the y-intercept occurs when x equals 0, but we don't have that listed in the table. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve for b. We're going to plug in this 0.99 times an x value. Remember, this is an x value. Remember, this is a y value. So what x value corresponds with the y value? 495. Yes, 5, yeah. 5 does. I'm going to put that in a different color. That was good. So then I have to solve this. We're running out of room. So over on the side, say 495 is equal to, what's 90.99 times 5? Well, it should be 495. So let's see. 0.99 times 5. Yeah, 495. So this whole thing, this 0.99 times 5 plus b, we just plugged this in the calculator and said that this 495 plus b, right, this equals this. I want to solve for b. So what do I do to solve for b? I need to move this positive 495 away. So how do I move this? You subtract, because it's being added to b, so we do the opposite of adding, which is subtract. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other side. These cancel, and I get 0 equals b. B equals 0. So then, now that I know what b is, my slope, m, is 0.99 times x plus b, which is 0. Do I need to write down the 0? No. So I'm just going to say 0.99x. So now the question that they're asking us, so my overall equation for Maggie is y equals 0.99x. So let's look at this. Josh is paying 50 cents a CD, but he has an initial fee of $10. Maggie has no fee, but she's paying 99 cents per CD. Do you guys see how that works? So they want to know which one's going to be the better value if you buy 30 songs. So what you do is wherever there's an X, you're going to plug in 30. So let's do this down here where there's a little more room. So I'm going to say 0.5 times 30 plus 10. Now, we could do this in our calculator in one step. I'm going to say 0.5 times 30 plus 10. Well, bam, with the bacon sizzle, it is 25. So that means for Josh, it costs $25 to buy 30 songs. We do the same thing for Maggie. Yes. This is 30. This is 30. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to plug in 30. So let me write it down. That's why I wrote it down here. It's not enough room for me, my big handwriting. Times 30. And then that's it. So that one is going to be 0.99 times 30, which is going to be significantly higher. $29.70. So 29.7, right? So then to find the difference, because one of them's cheaper than the other, what do I do to find the difference between this price and this price? Subtract them. So I'm going to go into the calculator and I'm going to say 2970. You got to take the bigger one. And then subtract. Oh, it doesn't ask how much. Well, let's find out anyways. Minus 25. So it's actually $4.70 cheaper, but whose service is cheaper? Josh's. Josh's service is cheaper. Okay, does that make sense?